storks can reach up to 5 feet in height and have a wingspan of 9 feet. There is another saddle-billed stork out on the left in the water if you didn't get a good view. Also out on the left, there is a black rhino laying down just across the water. Now, black rhino are unfortunately critically endangered, but their numbers are slowly rising. Rhinos are targeted by poachers for the keratin in their horns. Keep an eye out in the trees and bushes. Animals in the forest use their colorings and their markings to blend in with their surroundings and hopefully escape any potential predators. A good example of that is that buffalo we saw earlier. They're nicknamed the ghosts of the forest because they are rarely seen. Out to the left, that is a greater kudu, and it looks like there are a few more further away on the left in the bushes. Seems like those are females. As males have horns, females do not. And all kudu have the ability to leap 8 feet in the air, which means they could leap over our truck. We're headed into our next stop, the Safi River, which is home to many aquatic and semi-aquatic animals. Like on the right, those gray and white birds are pink-backed pelicans. They get a very pale pink coloring on their backs and on their beaks during mating season. And their wingspan can reach 7 to 9 feet. Start looking all the way out on the right. There are a couple of Nile hippos in the water ahead. And if you see any shadows moving on the left, those are also hippos. So they spend most of their day submerged underwater, cooling off. They can stay under there for up to 8 minutes at a time. But I mentioned those shadows because instead of swimming, hippos prefer to run or walk along the water floor. Let's see if we can find any more ahead. They're walking a little bit too close to us to be able to see them. Ooh, also on the left are Nile crocodiles. There are a couple of them on the shore. Nile crocodiles can weigh 300 to 500 pounds, and they can eat up to half of their own body weight in just one feeding. Although their diet mainly consists of fish, due to their strong jaws, crocodiles have the ability to capture prey much larger than themselves, like wildebeests or zebras. To the right, that is a baobab tree, also known as an upside-down tree. Baobab trees can sustain long periods of drought by storing water in their trunks. And we are now entering the savannah. The savannah is home to some of the more popular African animals like elephants and lions. So let's keep our eyes peeled and see who we can find. I heard some explorers behind me already spotted those Hartman's mountain zebras out on the right. This type of zebra has a special fold on their neck called a dewlap, which helps them circulate blood throughout their bodies and cool down. And of course, on the right, that is a Maasai giraffe. We are going to try to get a little bit closer to giraffes ahead if we can. If you look out to the left in that cave, oh, and ahead of it, maybe we'll get a better view. African painted dogs are one of the most successful hunters, and that's because of their ability to chase their prey until their prey drop from exhaustion. Also, on the left, there are sable antelope sitting together. Sable antelope are the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Actually, also on the left, there is an eland on the hill, just past those 4 bushes. Eland are the largest of all antelope. And both males and females have those spiraled horns, although male horns are a bit shorter and thicker. Now, African painted dogs are also very social creatures. They live in packs of about 5 to 15, with the alpha male and alpha female becoming the primary breeding pair of the pack. Get another look at that Maasai giraffe to the right. Now, if you notice those mounds all around the savannah, those are termite mounds. Termite mounds get as hard as concrete, which is why elephants like to use them as scratching posts. And once the elephants wear them down, antelope like to stand on top of them and see who they can find lurking in the grass below. Let's keep an eye out for any more giraffes we might be able to find. Giraffes are the tallest animals in the world. They can reach 18 to 20 feet in height. Looks like there might be another giraffe ahead on the left. Oh, there are a couple on the left. Oh, lots of them actually. Now, giraffes only sleep for about a half hour every day, and they usually sleep while standing up. Start looking out to the right because there is an elephant. Have you noticed that elephant flapping their ears? That's because elephants have the ability to cool themselves down up to 15 degrees at a time by just flapping their ears. And as we move further along through the savannah, keep an eye out. We might be able to find some more elephants. Speaking of elephants, we're now entering the red clay pits. Red clay is very important to elephants. Just like we take vitamins, red clay gives elephants lots of minerals. You can see some tusk markings on the right side of the truck. And it looks like there are more elephants out on the left-hand side. So let's try to get a little bit closer to them. Elephants can eat 300 pounds of food per day, usually of roots, leaves, and grasses. And elephants are targeted by poachers for the ivory in those tusks. Looks like there are even a few more further ahead, past the water and past that next baobab tree ahead of us. These are greater flamingos. If you can see those smaller gray flamingos, more in the middle, those are babies. Greater flamingos are the largest and also the palest pink of all flamingos. They get their coloring from the tiny brine shrimp they eat, so that's why those babies are gray. Flamingos use their long necks to reach for food at the bottom of the water. You might even be able to see a few more elephants out on the left past the flamingos. You can see straight ahead of us as we turn on the left-hand side. Those are mud wallows, but if you look past the mud walls, there is one white rhino laying underneath that tree all the way out. Might be able to get a better view as we head a little bit closer. Oh, there are a couple of white rhinos out on the right. There's also 3 ostrich. If you look past those rhinos, you might be able to see them ahead. White rhinos are the largest of all rhino. They can weigh between 4,000 to 5,000 pounds. And mud, like in those mud wallows on the left, is very important to animals like elephants, rhinos, and warthogs. Can all protect their skin from sunburn, but also from insects. Keep looking to the left.
Yeah,
there are 3 cheetahs laying together.
Oh, wow.
Let's pull up a little bit more.
Chilling.
Cheetahs are the fastest land animals. They can reach 60 miles an hour in just 3 seconds. And they're also the only large cats that hunt during the day. Looks like there are 2 more out on the left. They're laying along the tree line. These rocks to the left are called kopie. Looks like there might be a male lion in the middle. Look in between those 2 trees. Perhaps on the other side we can get to see that lion. I only can really see the... Oh, there we go.
Oh, there he is.
Of course, once we kept moving, they stood up. Let's see about the other side. I think we might get better.
Look at. Awesome.
Let's stop right about here.
That's right.
The Swahili word for lion is Simba. And those lions rest for 16 to 20 hours every single day. And female lions do the majority of the hunting, while the males protect the territory and the cubs. The Swahili word for lion is Simba. The lion's roar can be heard from 5 miles away. Out on the right, you can see 3 water buck, but you can also see those ostrich again. The 3 of them sitting down just past those 2 tree stumps. Ostrich are the largest birds, and although they cannot fly, they can run up to 40 miles an hour. On the right, there are ostrich eggs just on the right side of that pathway near the tall grass. Ostrich eggs are so strong that a human could stand on top of one and it wouldn't crack or break. And we're coming up on the warden's post. This warden has Nigerian dwarf goats. They come from West Africa. And they have an incredible sense of balance which helps them climb. And although they might look small, they are fully grown adults. Unfortunately, the Warden's Post was our last stop on the reserve. But if you'd like to see some more animals today, I always recommend taking the safari again, as no two safaris are the same.